Julian Talbot was sick and tired of his boring surroundings, so he decided to spice things up with his creativity and a little help from Photoshop. He manipulated images of animals so he could show us how these creatures really behave when everyone's backs are turned. Talk about nature's wind chime. You can almost hear the music. This deer's antlers make up a harp that a squirrel is eager to play just as soon as the bird finishes weaving the strings. It's so adorable. But can they play? The hills are alive? The boat appears to be trying to escape the fury of this bird made entirely of fog. But from the looks of it, the boat is about to get taken over. It is rare to find art that is both beautiful and a bit terrifying at the same time. Man! Forget Noah. That polar bear and those penguins don't need any help. They've got this enormous swan made of ice that is ferrying them towards the promised land. If Disney ever made a theme park in the Arctic, they should find inspiration in Talbot's illustrations. Squirrels might live in the wild, but it doesn't mean that they can't be civilized. Just ask this little guy who's busy reading a gossip magazine while doing his business. Bonus, check out the cute toilet paper holder waiting for him for when he's done. Life's a total beach for this kitty because he's hiding between the sandy shores and the water. No wonder its owner has no idea where it's hiding. Maybe this is where they got the idea for a catfish, or maybe this is how Kitty hunts for fish in the ocean. Some say that this might be the owl's crown, because it's such a wise creature that it should rule the animal kingdom. But it's obvious that Talbot intended for this to be a pineapple owl. There's even a tiny owl safely tucked on top of the leafy crown, and it's seriously too adorable for words. The horn on this rhino is like a key, and the bulb at the end allows people to see inside the secret garden that's nestled safely inside his body. This work of art has some major Garden of Eden vibes to it. It can also be interpreted as the animal having a hard shell with a soft heart, so it's open for interpretation. Ah, yes. Meet the rare cheetah-crow hybrid. They're apparently a joint species. When they're out hunting, they like to split up. The crow, which takes on the form of the cheetah's spots, likes to shapeshift into a winged bird and fly off to scout ahead. So creative. That bird might be tiny, but it sure is fearless. The poor tiger below doesn't seem to mind that it's unraveling its stripes. So, whoever said that a tiger can't change its stripes has clearly never encountered this situation before. This peacock looks like a fairy tale character because instead of regular feather plumes, it's got dandelion seeds. But this creature should avoid anyone who has allergies. Otherwise, one sneeze and it will find itself completely exposed in the wilderness. Lions might be the kings of the forest, but this gazelle is clearly the chief of its tribe. Just look at the tribal paint on its cheeks and the Native American headdress on its horns. This is one magnificent creature you want to hail your allegiance to. You might have heard of penguins, but have you ever heard of aquaguins? They're basically two penguins who have an ocean for a body. And if you look at the artistic details, you'll see that they contain a sunken ship, a humpback whale, fish, and a boat are sailing on the surface. Don't bother hiring a human to take care of your dog walking requirement because no one does it better than a bunch of birds. In this digital interpretation, 3 birds put a dog on a leash and take it out on a much needed jog.